gentlemen, this your boy Town Biz coming out of that east side. Oh, before I begin my stream, I just want to say thoughts and prayers to the family of legendary Bay Area rapper Todd Shaw. That's the government name, but most of us know him as Too Short. Unfortunately, tragedy struck Too Short and his family when earlier today, Too Short's brother, uh, Wayne Loke, you know, but his government name was Wayne Shaw, unfortunately lost his life basically trying to interrupt the attempted robbery. It's very sketchy of what happened, but apparently he tried to, uh, he basically tried to stop attempted break in slash robbery. And unfortunately, he was shot several times, wounded, and he was pronounced, deceased at the hospital. In all likelihood, they took him to Highland. So, I know that area. I know that area very well. Once again, I'm from Oakland, so I was born and raised in Oakland. So it's just very sad to hear about something like this. And it just amazes me what has happened to the city of Oakland, just being overwhelmed with just danger and chaos. Just to think that we had nothingless mayors, nothingless police force. The local government in Oakland failed tremendously. They failed to find a way to keep at least one of the three teams Oakland once had. They just failed the city by allowing businesses to pack up and leave and not protect businesses. Like I said, it's just to the point to where nobody wants to do business in Oakland because of the high crime rate. I got people in Dallas, Philadelphia calling me saying how dangerous Oakland is, and it is. So, like I said, but I survived it. You know, um, it is what it is. But with that being said, I just wanted to put that out there. Once again, thoughts and prayers to Too Short and his family. That's really tough to lose a family member, especially your brother. You know, but with that being said, I just want to talk about what Cam Newton did to Dwight Howard. And for the most part, people are ripping Cam to shreds because basically he became a gossip girl and basically he played into what the media likes, chaos. Now, we all know who the person is. Royce Reese is, when I say she is a known clout chaser, everybody knows her history of being desperate for popularity and fame and fortune. There was rumors that she was fucking off the child support that she was getting, that she wasn't spending it on the child. She tried to take Dwight Howard to court to get more child support, and I think she was denied. Keep in mind, she was one of the original people on Basketball Wives, and she's had an axe to grind with Dwight Howard for a while now, because Dwight Howard basically took her to court and had a cease and desist order, sent to her, in which she could not, make their son part of the show, because he said at the time, which is a legitimate concern, that he is a highly paid athlete. And basically, she was putting his son at risk where possibly he could be kidnapped and held for ransom. So that was a legitimate gripe. But now Cam Newton is showing me every bit why he probably won't ever get another job in the NFL. He's been called out by fellow athletes, and a lot of people just ain't feeling what he was doing. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it 100. As Black people, we sit up there and say and complain and talk about this stuff about the rainbow community, and we get tired of them trying to force their lifestyle on us and trying to, just put, rub this in our face. Listen, here's the thing. Whatever Dwight Howard is into, how he lives his life, that's his business. He's not trying to get us involved. He's not, not waving waving his hand up in the air, walking around with a flag and everything. Once again, he's doing what we asked a lot of them to do. Not rub this in our face and not force feed this on us, but we're still complaining about it. And as far as these accusations go, what's the difference between a woman doing this than somebody that lives an alternative lifestyle? We can't have it both ways. That's funny. But nevertheless, I like that. But apparently, this only seems to be a problem when, guys like Dwight Howard do it. But when women do it, it's all good. If we gonna have an issue with it, we should have an all-around issue with it. And that has always been my stance. But to sit up there and have her on there trying to throw him under the bus, and I'm just gonna say this: Royce Reese is full of shit. Because at the end of the day, if you witnessed and saw all this stuff and you continue to be with him and have a kid with him, says a lot about your character. It says a whole lot about your character. But at the same time, I don't take women like her serious. This is what I'm talking about when it pertains to women in the Black community, how ass backwards they think. Now, Dwight Howard's into all this questionable curiosity thing, and you still want to be with him, and this is supposed to be an issue. Why all of a sudden now you talking about it? Why all of a sudden now you act like you cared if you witnessed this? Why would you be with a dude that's into stuff like that? And that's why I don't be paying attention to a lot of these Black women when they sit up going on these panels and these streams talking about what type of man they desire, the worst type of man or the most questionable man is the one that they desire. The normal, they do not like normalcy. Black women do not like normalcy. They either like something to be wrong with a dude. Either he's mentally challenged, violently challenged, possibly sexuality challenged. That's what they go for. But, Dwight Howard has since moved on. Apparently, he announced that he just got married. Hey, good for him, whatever. There is a such thing as the guy code. This is the reason why D'Angelo Russell got ran out of LA the first time, because of what he did to Swaggy P, where basically he dry snitched. Listen. Well, I'm gonna say this about Cam. Now everything is starting to make sense about him. Now I understand why Deion Sanders' son brushed him off. Now I see why people don't take him seriously, because now it looks as if Cam is a snake. And that was weak what he did. And it's just no other way to put it. Wait, give me 1 second. Now, I'm going to say this. As a guy that does media and understands how it works, I'm going to say this. I had a very interesting conversation with 7A Sports. Shout out to 7A Sports. I talked to him earlier today. Now we are feeling the aftermath and the after effects of the Cat Williams interview, to where now everybody is looking for that one interview that can go viral, that can get those type of views. So this is the Cat Williams thing now. because Cat Williams, basically, spoke his truth according to him. But now that's the problem now. Now everybody's looking for the next Cat Williams interview, something that they can say that'll go viral, that will break the internet. I don't think Shannon Sharp or Cat Williams thought the interview was going to basically turn out to what it turned out to be. So now you have to understand. So now it's a trend. So now you got people saying, "Oh, I got this type of dirt on this person. Oh, I know this, I know that. Hey, bring me on your platform." And so now everything is about views now, not about ratings, not about moral, none of that stuff. You can throw all that out the door now. Now it's about, clicks and views and, monetization, how much money you can make off this, because this has turned out to be a very lucrative business depending on how many, subscribers you have and how many views you get. Here's the thing with me. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I like doing this. I feel like this is how I communicate with people all over the world that I may not ever physically meet. And I've been doing this pretty much for 10 years. I did my first video in 2015. So I've been on here for 10 years. And along the way, I made a lot of friends, contacts, some people that I met along the way I'm no longer cool with, but that's fine. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just how it works. But now it's starting to come across that Cam has a very questionable personality. Now I'm wondering if Cam Newton is a good locker room guy. Because I have to ask myself, how is it that Ryan Fitzpatrick, and we all know he wasn't the quarterback that Cam is, why is it that he was able to keep getting jobs, but Cam Newton can't get a job? You know it's bad when the Raiders don't even want you. The Raiders don't even want Cam Newton. Keep in mind, this is a Heisman Trophy winner. This is a league MVP. And nobody wants him. So you got to ask yourself that. Nobody wants Cam Newton on their team. And now it's all starting to make sense. And then not to mention Cam sitting up here basically throwing Dwight Howard under the bus. But keep in mind, Cam is a simp. This is the dude that basically had a baby with a stripper. And then adopted one of her children. And then did the same thing with another woman. It then went on to have some more kids. But then he talked about it's tough for him to, take care of his kids. Well, first of all, you shouldn't have adopted a child that wasn't yours. So that's your bad. That's your bad. I'm just keeping it 100. You sat up there and basically had a baby with basically a stripper. I will never understand that, why dudes will wife up strippers, escorts, and all that kind of stuff, and then expect these women to have this loyalty to them. If she for the streets, she for the streets. Her bottom line will always come before you. So at the end of the day, I'm just keeping it 100. Cam need to look at his own situation. So this is what Cam is doing, basically to try to earn money by basically like throwing people under the bus, having basically some runt of a woman coming on this platform talking about a dude. Like I said, Royce Reese is full of shit, and she been full of shit. She's always been a clout chaser. She's always been seeking fame and notoriety because she wants to write books. She wants TV deals. Keep in mind, she was a cheerleader, but that's Dwight Howard's. That's his bag. That's his bag for basically procreating with a cheerleader / dancer. People have to understand this is not 1985. This isn't the 80s. This isn't even the early 90s where you have women that were just happy to be around celebrities, just to say that they slept with a celebrity and they got nothing out of it except a, well, thank you. Now with this internet age, they feel like they can create their own lane. They can create their own story. And for the most part, they can. Of course, they're going to spice it up. They're going to fabricate. They're going to do whatever it takes to draw the attention of potential viewers or people that want to hear their story, or people that might want to buy their book, because they know this could lead to TV deals, book deals. This could be very lucrative in the long run. And then a lot of times how they're getting out of NDAs, because NDA is null and void if basically criminal charges are filed. So basically what some of these people were doing, so they can, basically break their NDA, they'll go to law enforcement, or they'll try to file some kind of frivolous, fake civil lawsuit. And that's how they get out of NDAs. But to me, that should be binding. Once you sign it, you signed it. Can't be used in court. But that's how people get out of breaking NDAs. You can make them sign it, but how they get out of doing it, they will try to go to a lawyer and file a civil suit. Some will even try to file a criminal case against you, whether it's dismissed or not. And then if they write books and all that kind of stuff, well, guess what? Then you have to lawyer up again, and then you have to send another cease and desist to keep them from putting the book out. So that's what people do when they sign these NDAs and stuff. But like I said before, listening to Royce Reese talk is just very annoying. Oh, he's did this, he did. Okay, so here's the thing. Why didn't you leave him then? If you heard about him being into all this weirdo shit. If you heard about this man being into all this weirdo shit, why didn't you just leave? Okay? Why did you stick around? See, nobody ever wants to have those conversations like, why did you sit up there and tolerate this kind of stuff? Because I'm at the point to where I just don't listen to women no more when they have these elaborate stories about what's supposed to happen. I'm sorry. I'm not into the Me Too thing, and I'm not into the believe all women thing, because I don't fucking believe all women. And why should I? Because it's been proven time and time again that you can't believe all women, which I think doesn't make any kind of sense. It's the most misandrous thing that you could ever say. Oh, I'm telling the truth because I'm a woman. Well, see where that gets you. Look what happened to Emmett Till because of believe all women. He was barely 14, 15 years old. Okay, so to sit up there and say this stuff about equality and all that kind of stuff is mind-boggling. But then you saying you want preferential treatment because you're a woman. Oh, because you accuse somebody of something because you're a woman, and that you pee sitting down means that you're telling the truth. That doesn't make any kind of damn sense whatsoever. Make that make sense. But then at the same time, you're constantly hollering about equality. So, and I'm gonna be complete. Well, no, I ain't even gonna talk about that. I'll talk about that on another day. But just seeing what a snake that Cam Newton is, it's just like, wow. And then the sad part about it is both of y'all is from the ATL. Now, I promise you, this is going to happen. Mark my words. I can't wait. And y'all know it's going to happen. Karma is a bitch. Cam Newton got some nerve asking and questioning somebody's sexuality when, okay, look how he dresses. wearing those weird looking hats and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to hear about he's fashion savvy and all that kind of stuff. Man, dude look like a weirdo. Now, when it happens, now when some chick come out of nowhere accusing him of living an alternative lifestyle, I don't want to hear nothing from Cam Newton because it's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner than later because I've been doing this for a while. Everything that I predicted about other people, it was going to happen. Didn't I say eventually somebody was going to come after 50 Cent for all that trolling? Now 50 Cent getting sued because of that negative energy he was sending out. Now, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing because it's going to happen. Mark my words, eventually some chick is going to come out of nowhere and she's going to be talking about Cam Newton is into questionable things and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just saying, Cam, karma is a mother. So just be prepared. And it'll happen soon. It'll happen soon. It'll happen sooner than later. You bring in somebody, and then here's the thing: Royce Reese doesn't even have a name anyway. And really, to be honest with you, it ain't really catching waves. The only reason why it's catching waves is because people are more so mad about Cam Newton than they are her. We all know that Royce Reese is a career clout chaser. She was the epitome of clout chasing before it became clout chasing. She's a typical chick. She's always looking for an angle. And the thing is, she's been starving for attention for years now. The son is grown now. Well, I ain't gonna say he's grown. He's a teen by now. So she can't use that angle. So now she's trying to basically she's trying to put out stuff that's supposed to went on when they was together. She got the listen. I'm just gonna say this. She need to give it up. She she got a taste of the limelight. She was getting paid a little bit of change to be on a reality show on Basketball Wives, and she got a little bit of fame, but it fizzled when she left the show, and nothing really. And to be honest with you, nothing ever really came of it. So for the last 10 plus years, she's been trying to stay afloat. I'm gonna be honest with you, she sort of disappeared. She didn't resurface till really, at the beginning of the year. And the thing was, she was out of sight, out of mind. So here she comes again, trying to, resurface, trying to resurrect herself, like Beetlejuice or something, like the sequel to Beetlejuice, the long-awaited sequel to Beetlejuice. But here's the difference. People wanted a Beetlejuice sequel. We didn't need a Royce Reed sequel because the first go around wasn't that good. So I'm just saying. And just like the last time, she's going to fail. She'll drift off into oblivion once again, and nobody won't be thinking about her because she just don't got it like that. One, she just don't got the look. She's mediocre looking. She's annoying. And she really has nothing to say. And even when she tells her stories are not interesting, and it doesn't gravitate. It doesn't even catch your eyes or your ears. So basically, I feel like she will be irrelevant once again. And to be honest with you, people ain't even talking about what she said. They talking about more what Cam did. It's not even about her. Because we already know how Royce Reese get down. And that's just the bottom line. But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to speak on that. Cam went out like a real sucker. Cam is a simp, just like he was sitting up taking up for, Joy Taylor. He a cornball. He's a step dummy. But anyway, it's your boy Town. I'm out.